everyone, Hannah Linnea here. This is Harley. I'm house sitting right now. This is not my dog. Hey! Hello everybody! All she wants is love, but isn't that all that we want? Like, let's be real. Okay, hey everybody, thank you so much for coming back to my channel. My last video, I gave you guys 6 tips about how to recover from eating disorders and disordered eating and body dysmorphia. So make sure you check it out. In that video, I also talked about my amazing discount code, MagicMind. MagicMind is the first ever productivity drink. It's not an energy drink. I thought it was, but it is not. It gives you like 7 to 8 hours of energy. So instead of having like tons of coffee throughout the day, getting your cortisol levels to spike, your little shot in the morning alongside your coffee. You don't need to give up your coffee. And you know, do that. So if you guys want to give it a try, I highly suggest it. I love it. It's definitely improved my quality of life because it's given me more stability. Like, it helps your brain just kind of get to a more peaceful place because there aren't these big spikes of caffeine and, you know, cortisol, stress hormone increasing in your body. So it just helps neutralize everything. My discount code is Hannah20 and I have that listed below along with the link to the website. All right, now that we got that done, let's dive into today's video. So along the lines of productivity, today's video is going to focus on overcoming food guilt in disordered eating recovery and eating disorder recovery, and just like obsessive, vicious food, eating your feeling food cycles, and then at least like body image and like body image issues and all that stuff. When it comes to overcoming food guilt in eating disorder recovery, there's a few different things that you kind of need to do. The first thing that you need to do when it comes to overcoming guilt and shame and embarrassment when it comes to food is to understand that you have a disordered relationship with food, and it's distorted as well. It makes sense why food is scary. It makes sense why it's stressful needing to eat. Well, obviously food is scary and stressful. It's because it's been this terrible thing that ruins your worthiness. Eating disorders, okay, some people think it's about being skinny, but it's not about being skinny. It's about being loved and accepted and having a place in the world, and being able to dive into a regular eating routine is really scary because you think it's compromising your worthiness to be connected and to be productive and to be loved. But that's not actually true. So the first thing you need to do is to identify that and to give yourself just that space to be like, okay, food makes me feel ashamed. Let's work on that. Number 2, you gotta work on it because you need food to live. Food is a biological requirement. You know, I could make a video about like caloric intake throughout the day, but I don't know. I think at the end, what really matters is there's a certain level of number of calories that your body needs to survive. A lot of your calories, your brain needs. Your brain needs to be able to help with cognition. There's a reason why you feel shitty and tired excuse my French, why you feel tired all the time or agitated and frustrated. It's because this lack of food is raising the cortisol levels in your body. Plus, you probably drink tons of coffee because everybody so many people use coffee as a suppressant or a laxative or a diuretic. Your body is very smart. Your body needs calories. If it is getting less calories, you're going to have metabolic adaptation, meaning that other parts of your functionality, your biological functions, are going to be compromised in order to keep you alive. That is why you are tired. That is why you are easily agitated. It's because the energy that you have in your body is being dispersed over more time because your body is getting less calories. So the metabolism adapts to what you take in. You're able to fix that by just eating more. You're like, whoa, I'm gonna gain weight. And the tip number 3 about like getting over guilt and shame with food is like, yeah, you might gain 5 or 10 pounds. I know that sounds like the end of the world. You're like, I'd rather not. I'm gonna click off this video. Just give me a second. You wanna be able to have that long-term thinking, which I talked about in my previous video. And to be able to do all of the things that you wanna do in life, you might gain some weight. Okay, that's fine. I talk about this a lot on my Instagram, but okay, whatever, you gain 10 or 15 pounds. You gain a life. You're able to get up in the day and think about more than what you had for dinner last night. Or you can think about things you want to do in the future rather than how you're going to be able to control the environment that you're in so you don't have to eat, or you can eat as little as possible. Gaining weight is just, it's a thing that happens, and weight fluctuation needs to be normalized. Like, yeah, your weight changes depending on the time of the month, depending on when Aunt Flo is going to be coming around, or the holidays, or the season. It's normal for you to spend more time outside and be more active in the summertime than in the wintertime. Not only that, but there's tons of holidays in the wintertime as well. There's Thanksgiving, there's Christmas, there's New Year's, there's my birthday. Not that you guys care. Also, you have to identify when it comes to overcoming food guilt and food shame and getting out of like the up and down like weight fluctuation, is to understand that all of this volatility is actually contributing to your disordered relationship with food. So if you have a mini binge or a binge, and the next day you wake up and you're like, okay, I just feel gross, I feel disgusting, I'm not gonna eat. And you go through as much as the day as possible to not eat, and then when it comes around that you need to eat or that you want to eat again, then you eat too much and it happens again. Like, the shame is perpetuating and prolonging the issue. When that shame happens, it's your responsibility to be like, all right, I know that this tendency is keeping me stuck. What I need to do instead is eat the next day, even though I don't want to, because I know if I don't, that I'm going to eat more that I don't want to eat, and I'm going to feel not good. When I'm saying to eat anyways, I'm not saying to make a meal or snacks that are scary for you. You don't have to eat the scary foods. You can eat your safe foods. That's okay. You just want to make sure that you are setting yourself up for success to prevent the binge, or to prevent the restriction, or to prevent the purge. You want to prevent these things by knowing that you have to change the behavior when you want to restrict. Because when you're feeling ashamed or guilty, or that you shouldn't eat, or you didn't work out enough, or you haven't earned the calories, you're staying stuck in that mindset. Just know that deciding to eat doesn't mean that you're throwing your well-being or your appearance or your body out the window. It just means that you're respecting yourself enough to give your body nutrients, because you have more to live for than the smallest size possible and the smallest number on the scale possible. Those goals, I'm sorry, this might be a hard pill to swallow, you might disagree, but it's kind of pathetic. Do you really want your quality of life to be determined by the size that you wear or the number that you see on the scale? No. If you are living a genuine, sincere, aligned life, then you are going to be able to have things stabilized. You're going to be able to trust that you eat a normal amount throughout the day, that your body level stabilizes at its normal set point weight. You're not going to have these huge weight fluctuations. And when the time comes for natural weight fluctuations to happen, whether it's hormonal, the time of the month, pregnancy, menopause, thyroid issues, sickness, stress, psychological turmoil, mental turmoil, emotional trauma, whatever it is, when the weight fluctuations happen, you're able to take the scapegoat from your food and your body and look at the actual problem. Because the issues that you have with food and your body image, it's a mental illness, but you are able to work with it. Recovery is possible. Living for more than food and body obsession is possible. Trust me, I'm a recovered anorexic and bulimic with body dysmorphia and obsessive exercise, like all of these things. Like, there's so much more to live for. Even when you think back, like even your smallest size, okay? Think of the smallest size that you have. At that time, did you think you were small? Were you happy with your life? Were you stable? No, you weren't. Because if you were, you wouldn't be watching this video. There was something, okay, you're like, oh yeah, but it looks better. Whatever you might be justifying right now. Okay, but can we expand that perspective a bit? Because it obviously, whenever you're looking back, whatever you're glorifying clearly wasn't actually that effective, because look at where you are now. Those are my tips to overcome food shame and guilt when getting out of disordered eating tendencies. Obviously, this video is not comprehensive, but make sure you guys subscribe and like this video to get more eating disorder and body dysmorphia tips. Make sure you follow me on Instagram. Don't forget about my discount code Hannah20 for MagicMind, because it's amazing. I think the dog's coming back. Carly! Look who's, come on! Look who came back! Look who came to say bye. I believe that fixing your food relationship and your body image is a reconstruction of your character and elevating your state of being. And that's a serious thing. If you want help and guidance, and if you want to be able to tackle life with as much courage and bravery and resilience as possible, make sure that you send me a DM on Instagram. I'm Hannah Linnea. Or send me an email. Make sure you subscribe and we can start the conversation, because I offer a life-changing program to reestablish your relationship with yourself by fixing your food and body image issues. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I hope you have an amazing rest of your day. I hope this sits well with you. If something didn't make sense, like, let me know down below. And I hope you guys have an amazing day. I love you so much. Bye.